Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally here to film my week 1 and 2 check-in of my October monthly budget. I can't believe it has taken me this long to film this, but I still wanted to get it up for you guys. Like I said about my September budget results video, I want to be consistent as I used to be with these videos. So what better way than to still film them even though I'm a little bit late, and I am combining 2 weeks in one. Usually I would upload 1 week at a time, but just to get it out of the way, we're going to do 2 weeks. So there's quite a lot that I have to do. Thankfully, I already have all of my stickers prepped here. My monthly views all set up with my bills, and I even had some time to put in some of these tab dividers on the different monthlies that I have in my undated planner. This is the planner that I designed, which I sell on my website at www.romina.rossa.com. I just released these dividers. I don't know if you guys can see them too well on the side here, but these were released with my 2025 budget planner, but I'm using the undated. So if you want to start already before the year ends, you can definitely pick these up and keep using them for next year. If not, and you are on the market for a new budgeting planner for 2025, definitely check my website out. I will leave a link for the release video for everything up in the cards. And I think that's all that I have to say. First and foremost, what I want to do is make my key here, which I don't think I showed you guys last month, so I thought I would show you guys in this video. What I'm going to do is just make a key of the different budget expense sticker colors that I have. So as you guys can see, I have one for groceries, eating out, gas, household, baby, beauty, other, and unbudgeted. And then I have some deco that I want to also use in this spread. I always come out with deco for every monthly view. So first I'm going to write in here just key, and then I'm going to take all of these and just lay them down like so. We have groceries, eating out, gas, and I am using the October budget expense color. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this will be 3. Household will be October 4. Baby will be this cream color from the Neutrals collection. I wanted to keep it pretty neutral for the most part, while still having some pinks because you guys know I love pink. Beauty will be the color pink, light pink. Other will be this rosy color, also from the Neutrals collection. And then last but not least, we have unbudgeted, which I'm using just a July sheet, but we do offer the color red if you guys want to use that as an unbudgeted budget expense sticker color. And that is my key here. So now I've already showed you guys this monthly budget spread, but I want to break up my weekly check-in weeks. So as you know, my budget for October started in September because Victor got paid on the 27th. So it's going to start from the 27th all the way until the 24th because he gets paid again on the 25th, and that will start for November. That's just the way that we're breaking up the paychecks and what's been working for us. So I'm going to start with week 1 being from the 20th of September until the Thursday. I think I'll stop at a Thursday until the 3rd. The second week will be from the 4th until the 10th. Third week will be from the 11th until the 17th. And the fourth week will be from the 18th until the 24th. And that is what we're going to be weekly checking in with. Now for my categories, I'm going to start with week 1, of course, and then I will move on to the next week, but we are doing 2 weeks today. The categories that I like to weekly check in for are groceries, eating out, household, gas, babies, and beauty. And then I think I'll just write in the categories for the second week as well. All right, so another thing I'm going to do for the first week is add in the amounts that we are essentially, I guess, stuffing them with. So in the beginning of the month, I have a full amount that I have for every paycheck that comes in. We go by a bi-weekly pay schedule, so every 2 weeks I will put half of that amount into these categories. For groceries, that is $2.40. Eating out gets $90. Household will get $50. Gas $90. Babies $50, and beauty $25. And now I am all ready to go. So I'm going to flip through between September and October, and I'm going to try to, sorry, it's because I'm trying to work with my desk, which is very small, and this is like a big 8.5 by 11 binder. I'm going to quickly lay these budget expense stickers down, and then we will go ahead and get started with checking in. I'm finished laying down the budget expense stickers, but I wanted to go into my deco. What I like to do is I'll grab some of this deco and lay it down on the days that are not in the month. So I like these right here. And then I have 2 days at the bottom here, which I will do the scarf and maybe like a pumpkin and a flower. I think that'll be cute. I like that. And then we'll just decorate down here as well with some more pumpkins and some leaves. Okay, I think that's really cute. Perfect. All right, now we are all ready to check in. So as I mentioned, we're going to start with groceries, which I know there's a different key here, but I know that I'm going based off of the October key with the stickers. So I have one expense here of $16.11 for groceries, and then I have Aldi on the first again of $58.05, and that is going to give us $74.16 spent. And now I'm going to subtract it by the $2.40 that we started with, which means that remaining we have $165.84. Next, for eating out, I have Dunkin' of $6.37, and I'm not sure what we got at 7-Eleven, but we're marking that as eating out because I'm sure it was like snacks or things like that. So that is $17.71. Next, for household, I have one expense for Hobby Lobby of $39.53, and that is it. So $39.53, and we had 50, so remaining we have $10.47 right there. For gas, we have one expense on the 29th, which is $52.60, and I believe that's the only gas expense until the 3rd. So spend this week was $52.60, and we're starting with 90. So remaining we have $37.40. And then last but not least, I don't have any baby or beauty stickers. I know that for sure. Now, then the other stickers that we have here that we're not checking in are one and a budget expense for a copay. I had to get an ultrasound done, and then for a haircut. I don't necessarily track this on a weekly basis, but we do have a category for it in our budget. As you guys can see right here for haircut. So for babies, we didn't spend anything, or for beauty. So what we are starting with is the same as remaining. And as you guys can see, week 1, I feel like it's almost always smooth sailing, and it's like week 2 when it starts to get a little rough. So let's go ahead and let me show you guys what we spent for the 4th until the 10th. Now let's take a look here. The first things I'm going to do, which I don't know if I checked off the health insurance bill. I did not. So we'll check that off. We'll check off our bills, like car payment, internet, all of that good stuff. And then we'll move right along to checking in for groceries. So we're going to be weekly checking in from the 4th until the 10th now. And for groceries, we have quite a bit going on. On the 4th, we have food for less of $19.21. And then Saturday is the day that we had my parents over for like a carne asada. And let me tell you, a carne asada is kind of expensive, not only with the meat, but also with the stuff that you need, like charcoal. And we didn't have like a brush for the grill or anything like that. So yeah, this was our very first carne asada in our house. So all that to say that we spent quite a bit. So I believe from the meat market, we spent $51.85. And then we also went to Sam's Club, which I believe I vlogged, and we spent $88.40 for groceries. And now that was not it, because on the 7th we bought our groceries from Aldi, our weekly groceries, for $89.56. And I also, I believe, bought like 1 or 2 things on the 9th for $6.98. And the total, the whopping total, equals to $256, which is definitely more than what we had remaining the week before. So let me tell you how much we were over by in week 2. So in week 2, we were over by $90.16 on groceries, which is definitely a change from the month before. I feel like we did so good the month before, but this month I wanted to have my parents over because they hadn't really came over after like everything's been done and the house was decorated for fall, and I just wanted to have them over. So it's not like a every weekend type of thing, so I don't feel bad about it. And then we did also get a bunch of stuff like protein and whatnot for the week after, which usually we spend anywhere between like $100 to $125 for groceries, and we only ended up spending $89. So I don't think that's a bad thing, to be honest, but I did want to be transparent with you guys and just let you know that everybody goes through spending more, and whenever we spend more on groceries, we're definitely spending less on eating out, which you will see in a second. Also, for this section for the second week, since we don't get paid or are not adding money to our categories, I just like to write dashes there. So that was groceries. Then for eating out, like I mentioned, we have absolutely no eating out expenses this week, which is pretty crazy. So remaining, we have $72.29, and then of course in the 3rd week we get more money added to that. So I feel like that's kind of like interchangeable between groceries and eating out. Like if you're not eating out, you're buy more groceries, or if you're not buying more groceries, you're probably eating out more. So everything's good here. We also bought some things like at Home Depot. I believe we needed a brush for the grill and the charcoal, so that was $37.19, which, oh my goodness, who knew that charcoal was that much? And then from Sam's, I think that was for like napkins, so that was $12.88. We have one more expense from Target of $13.54, which equals to to 63.61. And once again, we were over budget because we only had 10.47. So we are over budget by 53.14. And looking back, I definitely think it was that expense from Hobby Lobby, which I talked about that, like fall decor and things like that, in my budget results video for the month of September. So I'm not going to go too much on about it, but we are over budget. Next, for gas, we have two expenses here. One of $40.31 and one of $24.97, which I can also check off my car insurance. So in total for gas, we spent $65.28 and we had $37.40. So once again, we are over by $27.88. What I can say is that aside from these expenses, we did not spend anything out of our babies or my beauty category. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. I feel like beauty has kind of been on the back burner. I haven't really been dyeing my hair much or really doing my makeup a lot. I probably only do my makeup like on the weekends or if something's happening. This is what we have remaining for those two categories, which I don't love that we are over budget by this much, but next week is going to be a payday week. So those numbers will go back to being, you know, positives, with the exception of household, but that's a conversation for another day. So I think with that being said, that is all that I have for this video. Actually, no, the last thing I'm going to do is take out my no spend stickers, which I completely forgot to use in my last video. So I usually like to lay down these no spend stickers on days where we don't spend any money. So one day that I can lay this down on is September 30th. And then on this spread, I can lay it down on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 10th. And I just think it's something fun to track some no spend days in your monthly view. I just find it fun to do. And with that being said, that is now all for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed me rambling on about our expenses for this month and just setting everything up with you guys. Definitely stay tuned to see how we do the next 2 weeks, and hopefully we don't have as much overspending as we have had the first 2 weeks. We will go ahead and see. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.